our sentence here says the weather is absolutely beautiful. Now, would we just read that the weather is absolutely beautiful?
No, you gotta read the weather.
Can you guys show me on 3? Can you guys show me what it should sound like? 1, 2, 3. You guys are excited about it. Clearly the weather is not very beautiful today. It's snowing. But we might be excited about the weather being snowy. So what would we say? What could be an exclamatory sentence about the weather today?
It's
Brady.
snowing.
Brady, what is an exclamatory sentence about the weather today? Show us how you would say it.
It's snowing.
So it's snowing outside, which is very exciting even though it's March. Let's read on and see if we can. But as we're reading, remember we're looking for questions that we can ask about the book to become better readers. So these are the questions we need to be thinking about as we go through. What will or what are we learning from the book? Why are we reading this? So what's the author's purpose?
We could use that
And what connections can we make to this book? How do you swim?
Move your feet.
And what are you trying to do when you're moving your feet? Well, what are you trying to go forward? Like where are you trying to go? Up in the air. So you can write that. You can kick your feet and go up in the air. Raise your hand and tell me if you have a really good command that you thought was really good that you want to share with the class. Raise your hand. Kayla, what's one that you came up with? Or that you heard somebody share?
Could you please be quiet?
Alright, that's a little polite of a command, but please be quiet. That's a good command, yep. It wouldn't be could you, because that's asking somebody. That would be a different type of sentence. Just tell them, be quiet, or please be quiet. Arsenio.
Go in the army.
Go in the army?
I want to go to the army.
You want to join the army? Alright.
That's why I said that.
Okay. You're commanding just like through our story. We're looking for the 4 different types of sentences. Imperative, interrogative, declarative, and exclamatory.
4 things.
So the way you can be looking for those are the types of punctuation, so the things that come at the end of the sentences. Because we're telling somebody to do something. Do you have something else to share? What?
I can't remember all the words.
You don't need to tell me what type, just be like, Mr. Hale, I see one of the types of sentences. Look, it has an exclamation point. I know it's that. It's alright. You don't need to remember the words. As long as you know what they mean. As long as you can tell me what it should sound like, because we need to know what it sounds like. Alright, so I need you to open up your books. Hand down. Open up your books to page 314. Don't need to be talking. Page 314. Alright, so our main question we want to learn today is how is sound made? So how do we make sound? How do objects make sound? How does sound get created? So we're trying to find out how is sound made. So the first thing we're going to look at is I want you to put your fingers on your throat right here. On your throat, so right on the top. And I just want you to just say,
It vibrates.
hello, my name is...
It vibrates.
Alright. Phrase. Thank you. What did you feel? Turn to your partner and tell them what you felt. Shaking? What do you think is shaking? Alright, so raise your hand if you can tell me, what did you guys feel? If you want to share, what did you feel? Arsenio, what did you feel?
Like it's vibrating like a vibrating.
Like it's vibrating. How do you know what vibrating is? What does it mean to vibrate?
It goes back and forth really fast.
Alright, so when things go back and forth really fast, how do they go back and forth? What did it feel like on your throat?
It seemed like I was on a vibrating chair.
Okay, so what does it feel like when you're on a vibrating chair?
It feels like something making a chair and I'm the vibration.
Okay. Can somebody else tell me what they felt? Ilson? Shaking. So is that the feeling you got? And you think that's vibrations that's making you shake? Okay. Does anybody else feel that way? Raise your hand if that's what you felt.
I felt both.
You felt both shaking and vibrations? Awesome, because they are the same thing. That shaking is happening because your vocal cords or your throat is vibrating. Ari said his vocal cords.
How does it vibrate?
Diamond, what'd you say?
A ukulele.
This is actually, yes, this is a ukulele. How'd you know that?
Because I have
Diamond, how did you know that?
Because ukuleles are small.
Because they're smaller guitars. You're exactly right.
Pictures too. I have.
Alright,
And also
so
it shows you right there because it got some.
now, which string do you think, without knowing anything about a guitar, because we haven't really talked about it before,
I already know.
what do you predict the highest pitch is out of these 5 strings that are on here, 6 strings that are on here? What do you think the highest pitch string is going to be? Talk to your partner and tell them what you think the highest pitch string is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Raise your hand and show me, or hold up your fingers to show me which number string you think has the highest pitch. So one that is the squeakiest, the one that sounds like a whistle. So I see some 1s, I see some 6s. Why not? What about 2, 3, 4, and 5?
No, they're in the middle.
They're in the middle, so you don't think they're going to make it? Well, let's find out. Listen very carefully. So, do you think that sounded high or low?
High!
Let's compare it to the next one.
That's low.
Did it get higher or lower? Put your thumb up if you think it got higher. Put your thumb down if you think it gets lower. We're going to listen to the next few ones, alright? So, in between each one, tell me if you think it got higher or if you think it got lower by showing me with your thumbs. So, give us that one.
That's the same one.
I know, and now here's the next one. Alright, so most of you, by the end of it, I saw everybody's fingers going up as high. So if you put 6 at the end, well, Karen, how are we cartographers? We've made maps of our classrooms. What else have we made maps of? Kayla? Of our playground? Anything else?
Oh, the specials?
We've written directions to specials, so we've made maps in our head and then wrote down directions. Yeah. So we're cartographers. We've made maps, and our maps are pretty good. I like our maps. So anybody can be a cartographer. Josiah, what does it sound like? Okay.
It goes around. If it has a lot of water.
But a high-pitched sound, what does it sound like?
Like really.
Is it really deep or is it squeaky sound?
Squeaky.
It's a squeaky sound.
Oh, it is high. Wait, what about mine? I'll do it again. That's. Let me blow it to you.
One that's unclear. Why do you think the wire was? Why do you think the wire was here?
I got it here.
Which one has
Awesome. We did something cool, Miss Abra, when we do like this watch. He was doing this to the yard, and I could hear it.
What does it sound like?
That's just like SpongeBob had his eyes with his teeth. That's why I did it. It won't tell if you keep doing it.
can't be like
needs to travel by itself.
Stop doing this. Let me talk. Put that to your ear.
You're yelling into it. I can hear you from here.